Today in Paris, the fight for the League of Legends World Championship raged on as 4 teams made their bid for 2 open spots in next week's quarterfinals. Welcome to Worlds Tonight. I'm Shax here, joined by Jat and Kobe. A lot happened today. The faithful have been discarded.
Yes. Completely thrown off a cliff.
What happened? Like, of all the things that happened,
yeah,
that was maybe the craziest whole implosion of CLG.
Yeah, it's a total collapse pretty much since the first couple of games that they won. Did not look good.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell. I don't have any reasons. I don't have any.
Yeah, not saying it's never happened before.
Yeah.
Like this is like, oh yeah, remember those 2 times they went 0-3 to Team Liquid in the playoffs? Like that was today. They didn't show up whatsoever, and they went 0-3.
So how much of that comes from? Of course, they didn't have the best start last week, even though they managed to pull out those wins. But they always kept that mental fortitude of, we came here to win Worlds, we can win Worlds. Do you think it maybe impeded their ability to roll with the punches?
Maybe, like
Stop asking me what went through their minds, because
Disappointment
You asked me
Island.
about Fnatic last week. I mean,
Kobe had a really good tweet about all the COG fans being on Disappointment Island.
yeah.
It's where we're at right now, I think. We were a little worried because we had like an all NA cast. We're like, we have to make sure that we don't hype up COG. They did all that for us, so we didn't have to worry about that.
Well, I mean, they had all the talk of scrims here versus top teams across the world. They were doing well, but just the strengths that we had seen from CLG that made them successful weren't there. Pobelter in the mid lane was a non-factor. Zion Spartan, one of the big guys who was going to take up the mantle of top lane carry, never really got to get it done either.
Double lift in lane. He took 2 turret shots. Like they played 3 games today. That one game he took 2 turret shots for no reason in lane, then still pushed up far. Then he got the whole Tom Kench Flame Chompers thing.
Why don't we talk about Pain instead, though? Because they won.
Yeah,
Pain did great.
Pain won, obviously.
Awesome.
We also had the information that apparently BRTT asked his girlfriend to marry him after that, and she said yes.
That's really
so,
congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's great.
To both of them.
To look at their tournament, though, he still talked to the fans and was happy, but still felt like, there were these moments. If we stepped it up in the mid game, we could have done better, and I feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, they beat the first place team in the group, and then they beat CLG pretty handily on the backside, and they were incredibly close to being 3-3.
This was a really exciting and close group. We even got to see Flash Wolves taking KOO Tigers down and ending up in first place.
3-0.
Yeah, after the beginning of today, we even thought, okay, KOO probably gonna have an easy victory up to the first place seed, but Flash Wolves have taken it, and so that means they get to meet up with a number 2 seed from the other groups that come out.
And one thing that I liked about Flash Wolves today is they played different than what most people expected them to play. You didn't expect Stake to do well in almost any of these games. He was like the big red flag for Flash Wolves coming into this. Everyone thought he was just going to die a whole bunch because he, quote, it was a bit of a meme amongst the casters, Stake absorbs damage. Oh, don't worry, he's just absorbing. Well, he was like 5-0 on Malphite and landing ridiculously good ults. And yeah, he did absorb a lot of things.
Yeah,
he didn't die.
Not even just today. Like the whole group stage, Stake has probably been the most underrated player coming into Worlds. He's definitely stepped up big for his team.
And when we talked to him also last week, he kind of laughingly said, well, it's fine, just divert attention and maybe die. And then NL, who in the end, Kramer didn't come in again, and NL on that Jinx is absolutely unstoppable.
There were so many surprises for Flash Wolves. Yes, NL coming in. We didn't think he'd be able to play champions that weren't named Varus. They mentioned on the desk, I think 8% of people of the 2.3 million pick'ems picked Flash Wolves first. But that was lower than every other team in that group. CLG had the most votes, and they ended up finished last. So the majority of pick'ems were actually flipped completely on that.
And as far as the exact finishings for Group A here, only 23 people have
23 people
have CLG on the bottom and Pain.
Well, the thing is they are tied, so both of those will end up counting,
only 23 people have them tied.
You can't put ties in the vote. I think it'll default.
That's what John Stein tweeted out. That's what I'm going with.
That would be a lot of foresight. If we look at how the group ended up, of course, KOO Tigers falling twice to the Flash Wolves, quite unexpected. And they kind of fell to the same thing they fell to
One
in
of
the
the
first
things
game.
that we did expect from Flash Wolves was Maple on Assassins carrying games. And that's what we got to see. He definitely delivered. Karsa also stepped up. He delivered. We were expecting big things from both of those guys. And those were things that we definitely saw today.
Yeah.
What about the growth potential for the team? Like, undefeated in the group, it's incredible. You have to wonder, how long can this go on? Is this individual talent good enough to move forward? And also, just can they even hone their skills as a team more, because they have definitely grown from week 1 to week 2.
Yeah. It's really hard to tell because this was the group of life, the easiest group at Worlds by perspectives and people predicting the groups. But at the same time, like Cloud9 was supposed to finish 4th in their group, and they're now 3-0. And from what we saw today, and from the group stage, Flash Wolves still has some flaws in their play. Like the games with Pain, while we're very competitive, had a lot of missed opportunities for both teams. Flash Wolves still plays a little bit slow, unless Maple's on LeBlanc, which I think will maybe be a ban or a pick away in a lot of these different games.
Yeah, I think one of the things that is starting to become clearer as the more games that we play are the picks and bans and the highly valued picks. And KOO to me just looks so versatile because they can counterpick from either solo lane or even their support player. So they have a lot of options for picks ban, and I think that's a really good thing moving forward. Flash Wolves, as you said, they diversified today and they showed more options as well.
For the KOO Tigers going forward, the picks and bans are on point. They're actually drastically improved their early game when you look at their regular season performance. Where do you think they have given up some power?
That's a good question, because KOO Tigers, really, when this group started, we're thinking 6-0.
Yeah.
And then even when today started, after they demolished CLG, it was like an easy 5-1. So them coming out here second
The
is
Flash
pretty
Wolves games
surprising.
would be what we would want to look at for
Yeah,
areas that
for,
KOO
like,
can
their
improve
collabs.
on. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, both Flash Wolves games, pick and ban is probably a pretty big reason, because I think the Gangplank poke comp they gave up the first time around of Flash Wolves was bad. This one, I didn't think they lost pick and bans that hard, aside from like an over prioritization on Darius. Maybe they're like, even
felt
with
like
the 2
they're-
losses, they didn't expose too many holes.
Yeah, I felt like their play the second time around versus Flash Wolves was just a little bit greedy, and they weren't really respecting them.
Yeah, it's really hard to pinpoint though, because losing both games to Flash Wolves was like so unexpected to begin with, and it's tough to say.
Yeah, nothing left. Well, nothing's logical anymore right now. KOO Tigers
Really.
second seed, Flash
KOO
Wolves.
Tigers advanced.
Yes, that is-
Most people predicted
Yeah.
that. Good job.
For
thought they finished
CLG,
first.
for CLG finally to close up, because it is a huge thing here with all the
Yeah.
well, the best performance of them in the summer split, becoming the champions. What would it do to you? If you became the champion in
What
summer
would what
split,
do to me?
and you go to Worlds and then this happens.
Just get
What?
sad.
I
Kobe, you're on CLG again. You're ex-Smithy. You had visa issues. You came to Worlds.
Yeah, I made it to Worlds. What would it? I don't know. What do you want? It wouldn't do. I mean, I'd be sad that we didn't get to move out of group stages, but
I'd be super sad. You
they-
lost 4 games in a row.
like they said, literally all of the guys on CLG now have been as low as it gets. They've all been losers. They've all been relegated. They've fought their way all the way to Worlds this year,
Yeah.
and it's a big accomplishment.
It gets a lot worse than going 2-4 in group stage
Yeah.
events. So I think they're
That's
okay.
where I was
A year
trying to
ago,
get at,
they
the
were
silver lining.
down 2-0.
Jeez Louise.
At least
I don't
double
know.
what Janafa were.
I actually never lost when I was a player, so I don't know how it feels.
Got a gold lining right there on that gold medal from WCG.
Yeah, well, it seems like we're done about Group A. Let's look forward to tomorrow and take a look at the Group C matches that will be coming up tomorrow. We have the SKT EDG matchup to kick everything off. Let's maybe start by talking about that one, which was convincing victory for SKT last week round.
Yeah, and EDG, I feel like mostly teams seem to get an edge from the blue side with all the power bands that are starting to become normal here. So EDG is fighting a pretty big uphill battle. I hope EDG wins that game, because I cast the last 3 and I want a tiebreaker between SKT and EDG.
Yeah, that being said, SKT looked really good in their matchup last week versus EDG. So definitely think that EDG will come out with some more tricks. Like I said, the picks and bans are crystallizing for these teams. And EDG, while they got kind of destroyed in that game, they learned a lot.
Yeah.
Or I think that they learned a lot.
See, you can find the silver lining.
Even when
It's easy.
because this is a matchup. This is the 7th matchup they've had internationally since the beginning of MSI. They lost the first group stage game at MSI, and then they kind of slowly adapted to SKG throughout the best of 5. So I think there is a lot of learning potential there for EDG. And as much as Chinese teams have completely underperformed, I think that's Chinese teams except for EDG.
Yeah.
And they were also way above every other team in the LPL right before their mini collapse in the playoffs. I think there's still a pretty good chance they give SKT a good run.
Yeah, totally agree on that one. And even if they end up losing that game versus SKT, then we have BKT and H2K. With all the craziness, is there enough for H2K or BKT?
We
to
can't
even
say it's
happen?
100% ruled out.
No. But
But
honestly, I'm thinking of SKT versus H2K. That early game from H2K wasn't terrible.
yeah, so
Definitely a
it's
chance.
possible, but it would be a bigger upset than we've already seen so far.
Yeah, it would be a bigger upset
Then
than,
Flash
like,
Wolves going
Pain.
3-0?
Well,
Yes.
Flash,
Yeah.
oh, yes, bigger
Yes,
upset
yes.
than Flash
All right.
Wolves going
Yes,
3-0.
yes.
Like Flash Wolves had already beaten KOO Tigers on day 1, so you knew they had the potential
Yeah,
to beat everyone,
absolutely.
and they just kind of overperformed. H2K, beat someone for the first like 12 minutes of a game. And then from there, they had to fight back. H2K monstrous underdogs, but I mean, anything can happen in this Worlds. Cloud9 is 3-0, Origin's 3-0, LGD is 0-3, Flash Wolves, 8% of people voted
I
them.
just want to see more
through.
Tahm Kench.
More Tahm Kench. That is incredibly annoying.
Tahm Kench could play top lane.
Honestly, do you
He's a
realistically
great
see
laner.
it? Yeah,
Yes,
going.
I honestly see more Tahm Kench in our future.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Trying to sell Tahm Kench jungle on people. They are not amused. It's like, you can't gank. I'm like,
I remember us
probably
talking
pretty
to
critical
Mithy and Soaz actually back in the regular season, and we asked them about Tahm Kench when he just came out, and they were like, nope, it's bad, it's trash. Hey.
He's gotten buffs.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's the
Incredibly
thing.
so.
Yeah. They come out bad, just buff him up a little bit.
now he's good. Got buffed.
So when it comes to the games tomorrow, it looks business as expected. Even though we've said that about a lot of groups, this one seems pretty clear cut.
Yeah, as far as like
I feel like it's better that
unknowns.
way. You go into every week, business as expected. There will be no upsets. Then everybody's surprised. Yay!
Yeah, this is probably the most confident I would be in predicting a group of any of the group stages. I feel like Saturday and Sunday after tomorrow are just really up in the air. But this one, I think we know SKT and EG are going through.
Yeah, but we're still going to see some amazing games. Got to hype the people for everything tomorrow because it's going to be great. And that's all from us here on Worlds tonight. We're going to see you back here tomorrow for Group C. Au revoir. That was terrible.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
At the 2015 League of Legends World Championships. Exhaust is ticking away. Double is below 100 HP. Smith and Gorilla going to chase him down. First blood to top lane Darius.
Et on survit, on chine les dégâts, Smack, la guillotine,
They only need to win one game now to be guaranteed first place in this game.
The shockwave catches it out. He's gone against the wall. Snake is looking to kill a tower. He's got a Lich Bane. He's going to be able to get some damage. Super minions are still pushing into the base. Enel's got two. He's looking for more. That's a triple kill, and he's excited. Heartbreak for Pain Gaming. We do see Dude rocking up. BRTT is going to try to get away with that passive. The Monster Boy, a slam dunk.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Double kill coming in for NL, looking for a triple kill. That's a triple. That's going to be a quadra. He gets a pentakill. NL, pentakill. Counter Logic Gaming will fall to the Flash Wolves. To the backside there. Can he be alright? Oh, Rosa kicked him in. That's the kick you were talking about, Cody. They get it once again.
Last time I played with you guys, I just wanted to stop Pain Gaming so I don't get those stupid Facebook messages about how BRTT greater than double it.
Everybody getting some frequent flyer miles on that one. They're going to be able to temper barrels. There's no fight though. The barrels are ready to pop. It doesn't matter that they use their crowd control first. They have the front end damage to burst down and kill CLG all the way. And Pain Gaming takes down Counter Logic Gaming.